Moscow President Vladimir Putin said if Ukraine entered into the North Atlantic Treaty Organization NATO and tried to retake Crimea, war with Russia could break out. Russia's #1 warning was delivered during a press conference with French President Emmanuel Macron on Monday. Putin said if Russia went to war with NATO, it would also mean war with France because Paris is also part of the alliance led by the United States. As the warning came as Putin answered a question from a French journalist. "You want France against Russia? That's what will happen if Ukraine joins NATO and tries to implement its country's policy of reintegrating Crimea by force," Putin said. Kiev, Putin continued, has designated Russia as an enemy and asserted that Crimea belongs to Ukraine. After the 2014 coup in Kiev, the Crimean Peninsula voted in a referendum to leave Ukraine and rejoin Russia. However, Ukraine and most NATO countries refused to recognize it. They assume what happened was Russia annexing Crimea. "You ask me if Russia wants to go to war with NATO. Let me ask you, does NATO want to go to war with Russia?" said Putin, as quoted by Russia Today. The Russian president said an attack by Ukraine in Crimea would trigger Article 5 of NATO's founding treaty, pulling all of Europe into war with Russia. Russia is one of the world's leading atomic powers. There will be no winners, Putin told reporters. Macron didn't want that kind of result. Me either. The Russian president pointed out that Kiev has used force to resolve the crisis in the Donbasses, the two eastern regions, Donetsk and Lugansk, twice. "Where's our guarantee that they won't try again?" asked Putin. Macron visited Moscow on Monday to discuss the situation in Ukraine as well as European security and bilateral relations with Russia. He is scheduled to visit Kiev on Tuesday, 8 February 2020 for talks with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Wait for the latest Ukraine news only on the Military News channel. Like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notifications so you get the latest video from us. Thank you.